Good day, Mom. I am the reporter for the presentation of theoretical contribution.
Objectives. At the end of this lesson, learners should be able to recognize what a theoretical contribution is, know what constitutes a theoretical contribution, understand on how theoretical contribution is written.
Based on my research, the theoretical contribution is a process which is based on the theory development and investment and exciting theory with some logics and facts. This study has focused on some theoretical contribution related questions and their answers through the narrative review of literature.
Theoretical contribution. What and how? Although, in principle, it is possible to make an important theoretical contribution by simply adding or subtracting factors, what, from an existing model, this process seldom satisfies reviewers.
Witten, 1989, elucidated in his paper in the Academy of Management that theoretical contribution or development is not aimed to write the name phenomenon but to search new knowledge or findings. Can be a mediator or moderator or new antecedent. Having logical justification, it can be whys, whats, and hows. So when we find a new relationship between the constructs which has not been explored in preceding studies, the next step is to explain why such a relationship exists.
Example contribution. Our study makes an important theoretical contribution is that the result to help on articulating the underlying process by which TLS and OC influence hotel success. Number 2, we make a theoretical contribution by explaining the process by which ethical leaders influence employees to engage in citizenship behavior which benefit those outside the organization. In doing so, we address the cause of GAN, etc. For more work to draw on social learning theory to better understand how individuals learn to become socially responsible. Number 3, as far as the theoretical contribution of this paper are concerned, the study contributes to our understanding of some related constructs that have not been explored in depth in previous literature relating CSR and CL in the hotel industry, hence helping in developing a better understanding of the mechanism of impact of CSR on CL through SQ, CET, CI, CR is the case theoretical contribution of our research. In this regard, the findings of the present paper reinforce the necessity to develop and test global and interactive conceptual models that an acknowledgement that the relationship between CSR and CL is not direct and straightforward. Palacios, Florencio, etc. On the contrary, it is mediated by numerous other variables that connect both constructs in an indirect way. This study contributes by exploring the factors that will help explain the mechanism to build a loyal customer base through CSR. Additionally, the present study integrates 3 theoretical approaches: social, identity, stakeholder, and signaling theories. In doing so, it expands previous studies that are based on the social identity perspective almost exclusively to understand the CSR loyalty link. Finally, a sample from multiple countries is useful to demonstrate what the outcomes of customer perceptions of CSR in different cultural settings are. This would help researchers and practitioners to focus their CSR efforts and investment better. This study will add to cross-cultural studies in the context of CSR, and it will help in developing an understanding of CSR and its benefit in a cross-country setting. This is particularly important since existing literature is almost silent on the comparison of customer perceptions of CSR, the proposed mediators, and customer loyalty across different countries. Examples of theoretical contribution. Theory has been used to explain a different situation context, whereas self-determination theory traditionally pays attention to the various types and work-related sources of human motivations for displaying particular workplace behaviors. As in this article, work, non-work integration behavior, no attention is paid to the needs and obligations individuals may have outside the work domain. The concepts are related in light of a particularly theory. The authors makes a theoretical contribution by explaining the process by which ethical leaders influence employees to engage in CCBs, addressing calls to understand how social learning theory can be used to understand how people learn to become socially responsible.
And this is our report for theoretical contribution. Thank you, ma'am.